So I come to in US. I got chance to come to US, and it was like a big relief for me, thinking that I'll be away from this man finally, because it was so much fear that this man had caused in me that even before coming to US, when I was in Ahmedabad, staying at somebody else's house, and was talking to their daughter about this man and his psychotic mind. I actually told her how much I feared this man, and she asked me, Monsi, if I want to her to have her group of friends, after this man, and I'm like, no, because I knew somehow this man was so powerful, like I didn't want her in trouble in any way. So, but yeah, she knew very well that what I was going through, and this man, I always was trying to escape because I had some kind of fear about this man. So I come here, and finally I said no, and then started all kind of bizarre behavior yet again. And I come to New Jersey, and it was so bizarre that this man had already figured out, without me telling much about anything about, I don't think so I ever gave address or anything, but this man had already figured out where I was going, where my aunt lived. And the next day, I think, when I saw there were like Indian boys playing cricket, and their look was so bizarre, as if like a goat or a deer had come, and they were all like tigers, a lion, trying, waiting for me. So one day, well, I had to make a resume. I didn't even know what resume was, and my aunt, like, she explained, and I had to make a resume. And just her neighbor was, there was a man named Mahendra, and his roommate was also Indian, and he was working somewhere, and he offered to help me. And I'm like, okay. It was a little bizarre, like I wasn't getting good vibes from them. But then I was actually sent by my aunt. I'm like, okay, if this person is my aunt's neighbor and so helping, and also maybe he wouldn't do anything. I wasn't much sure about his roommate. Now what happened was, when I went to make this resume, this man, Mahendra, actually just walks out as soon as I go in, and that was kind of scary. But he leaves the door open, and this man who was helping his roommate, who was helping me make resume, just helped me a little bit. And then I'm like, okay, I'll just go. And they're like, no, you wait. I'm like, no, I'll go. And then while I was going, he literally grabbed my hand, and I could not believe he just did that. And literally I had to force myself to leave. And I got vibes that this person was so set up, like, and then when all my family had to go to Tennessee to see a motel, because we were planning to move, I mean, I and my family. So I was alone, but I had my cousins who had also come from India. So, but they were living just down the street in a different apartment. So here, one of my cousin, he comes, and I open the door, and there is this Mahendra's roommate again, and he was on the phone, and literally I heard that man say that, oh, she has brought a bodyguard with her. Okay, so this man was definitely communicating his stuff with somebody, maybe Mahendra, or maybe this man who was giving out orders to set me up, almost acting like a pimp again. And I could not believe how far this man would go to set me up to test me because I left him, while totally ignoring the fact why I had taken that step, what would have made me take that step, and to reflect on his own behavior. That thing still haunts me, that how can your own ex or your own fiance or your own husband can do this to you. But this man did, because his mind was all effed up. That man was on phone. He was talking with somebody, and he was taking orders. I could not believe that. And anyways, I didn't let him in, and of course I locked the doors. But before even I did that, he managed to even touch my feet yet again. And yes, this man can do anything. And that same night, at about 2 a.m., this man is drunk. He calls me and he talks all rubbish to me, and I just had a thing, to call cops. And I just didn't call cops because I just didn't want any trouble for my aunt, because I was to leave that town. But given Mahendra was helping my aunt because she was alone for so many years, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to create an issue right now, so I didn't call. But I was literally on the verge of calling cops, and now I know cops are involved somehow. I don't know how, but this man is not a normal person, and he's definitely some sort of member of or a leader of a gang.